My name is Morgan Platt. I'm 31 years old, and 3 weeks ago, I sold my $350,000 condo to a real estate developer. Then I disappeared. No goodbye, no explanations, no warnings, just silence. By the time I landed in Seattle, my phone looked like a crime scene. 79 missed calls, 47 unread text messages, 12 voicemails I didn't have the strength to open, and one email from my mother. Subject, "What have you done?" All caps, no punctuation, no concern for how I was doing, only panic. At 2:07 a.m., another message came through, this one from my sister. "Morgan, they're saying we have 30 days to move out. Where are the kids supposed to go?" I stared at the screen for a long time. Then I locked my phone and put it face down on the table. Not because I'm heartless, but because I had spent my entire life answering, explaining, justifying, accommodating, and it was never enough. 4 weeks earlier, Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve at my parents' house always smelled the same. Roasted turkey, cinnamon candles, old carpet soaked in decades of family history. White lights blinked along the porch railing, half of them burnt out. The same faded wreath hung crooked on the front door, red bow turned pink with age. Nothing ever changed in the Platt household. Inside, Frank Sinatra crooned softly from a Bluetooth speaker my father never quite figured out how to use. The living room glowed warmly, heavy with ornaments my mother had collected for over 40 years. This was home, or at least what it used to be. I arrived with gifts for everyone, carefully chosen, like always, a cashmere scarf for my mother, a new fishing reel for my father, art supplies for my niece Lily, a stuffed dinosaur for my nephew Oliver. For my sister Kelsey, a home goods gift card. Practical, neutral, safe. "Morgan," Lily squealed, running straight into my legs. "Aunt Morgan, I made you a picture." I knelt down, accepting the crumpled paper covered in purple scribbles. "It's beautiful," I said. "Is this a horse?" "It's you," she replied seriously. "You have purple hair." I laughed and hugged her, breathing in the smell of children's shampoo and something pure I wasn't ready to lose yet. Kelsey and her husband Derek arrived 20 minutes late. Car trouble, of course. Derek's handshake was limp. Kelsey's smile didn't reach her eyes. Dinner was pleasant. Turkey, mashed potatoes, green bean casserole. My father told the same jokes he'd been telling for decades. My mother fussed over portion sizes. Normal, predictable. But something was off. I caught it in the glances, the way my mother and Kelsey exchanged looks when they thought I wasn't watching, the way Derek checked his phone under the table, then showed Kelsey something that made her suppress a smile. They were waiting. After dinner, I offered to help with dishes. "You're a saint, Morgan," my mother said warmly. "Always so helpful." The kitchen was tucked behind a narrow hallway, just far enough away that voices carried when people forgot to lower them. I filled the sink with soapy water, scrubbed plates. Then the music stopped. I turned off the faucet and listened. The conversation that changed everything. "Leaves January 2nd for Seattle. 2 weeks." My mother's voice. "And Dad gets the spare key. He'll say he's watering her plants." Kelsey chimed in, eager. "We should move fast. January 3rd. Get in before she lands." My hands froze around a wet plate. "Change the locks first thing," Kelsey continued. "By the time she's back, we're settled. What's she going to do? Call the cops on her own sister?" My mother laughed softly. "Morgan won't do anything. She never does. She'll cry, she'll pout, then she'll get over it. She always does." I felt something crack inside my chest. "That place is wasted on her anyway," my mother added. "Single woman in a 2-bedroom while my grandkids sleep in a closet?" "Exactly," Kelsey said. "Family takes care of family." The water in the sink had gone cold. They were planning to steal my home. Not ask, not discuss, not negotiate. Take. I wanted to scream. Instead, I washed the next plate. Slowly, carefully, dried it, put it away. They thought they knew me. They were wrong. The condo they thought was theirs. 3 years earlier, I had bought that condo on Chicago's northwest side. 2 bedrooms, clean lines, a view of the city that reminded me every morning how far I'd come. I paid off the mortgage last November. 8 years of discipline, side consulting gigs, saying no to vacations. The day I made the final payment, I sat on the living room floor and cried. Not from sadness, from relief, from proof that I existed outside of what my family needed from me. The neighborhood had changed. New cafes, new restaurants, developers circling. My $280,000 investment was now worth $350,000, maybe more. My mother noticed. You live alone in all that space. Kelsey's kids share a bedroom the size of your bathroom. That condo could change her life. I thought she was joking. She wasn't. What they didn't know. What they didn't know was this. I had already been offered a promotion. Seattle, senior risk analyst, permanent relocation, and developers had already been calling. What they didn't know was that I had heard everything. The quiet plan. I didn't confront them. I smiled, played my role, because I knew something they didn't. The most dangerous person in the room is the one who stops explaining. I met with my lawyer the day after Christmas. 2 options, he said. Call the police when they trespass, spend months in court, be the villain forever, sell, let the new owner handle eviction, walk away clean. The developer offered 18% above market value, cash, 10-day closing, 30-day notice to vacate after demolition permits. I signed at midnight on New Year's Eve. Fireworks exploded outside. I wasn't selling out of revenge. I was selling because I was finally done sacrificing my future for people who saw me as a resource. When reality hit them, January 18th, 17 missed calls by lunch, voicemails filled with panic. What have you done? There are people here with papers. The kids are crying. We're calling a lawyer. Not one apology, not one admission, just outrage that I hadn't let them win. I sent 1 email. No emotion, no explanations, just facts. Then I turned my phone off. The aftermath. They moved back into my parents' house. 6 people, 3 bedrooms. My mother's kingdom collapsed under the weight of her own decisions. The family narrative painted me as the villain, except one message from my 83-year-old great-aunt Dorothy. I've watched you give for years while they took. I trust you had your reasons. I'm proud of you. I cried, because being seen, even once, changes everything. 6 months later, Seattle feels like breathing for the first time. New apartment, new job, new boundaries. Kelsey texted once, no apology, just progress. I replied with 4 words, thank you for letting me know. That door doesn't have to stay locked forever, but this time, I hold the key. Final truth. Some families confuse love with access. Some people confuse generosity with obligation. The moment you stop giving, you find out what you are worth to them. If this story feels familiar, if you're the fixer, the giver, the family ATM, hear this. You are allowed to stop. You are allowed to walk away. You are allowed to choose yourself. That's not cruelty. That's survival.